everybody. My name is Renee. I am a very lucky individual who happens to work here at LiveStrong. I am a 2-year cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer 2 years ago, and I'm doing really great now, thankfully, thanks to all of your support for organizations like ours. And happy to be here with you today talking about lymphedema. So lymphedema, I'm not an expert by any means. I only know that it is a condition that I have as a result of my mastectomy, which, because my breast cancer was stage 2, that means that it affected some of my lymph nodes. And so I had to have a number of lymph nodes under my armpit here removed, and so your lymphatic system carries lymphatic fluid throughout your body, and you have major pockets of, oh my gosh, I'm really not a doctor, I shouldn't be describing this, but lymphatic system goes through under your underarms, and that's where mine were affected, among other areas in the body, but mine was just here in my underarm because they had to remove some lymph nodes. And the importance of the lymphatic system is it helps with a lot with your immunity, and a number of other things, and so it's a very important part of your body. And because I had to have lymph nodes removed, it's compromised the drainage of my lymphatic fluid, and so part of what happens is I get this swelling in my arm. So how lymphedema affects me, and again, I have a very mild case of it, and I know a lot of women who are breast cancer survivors and who have been through other kinds of treatment who have lymphedema. It can be really severe. Mine is a very, very moderate case, and really how it affects me is that when I am lifting weights, if I'm doing any kind of heavy lifting, my arm can get really swollen. It has just kind of a really tight and full feeling, and it affects my range of motion in my right arm. So some of the things that I can do to make sure that the lymphedema doesn't flare up is that if I'm having my blood pressure taken, I don't use this arm. I never use this arm for any kind of IVs, any blood draws. Those are the kind of the major things, down to some of the little things, like if I'm getting a manicure, I don't allow them to cut my cuticles because for some reason that could really affect it. I also always wear sunscreen. I do anyway, but really slather it on this arm because it's not supposed to be exposed to the sun and insect bites, and you're really just supposed to keep the skin as clean and dry as you possibly can. Okay, so some of the things that help if my arm does start to swell, if the lymphedema does act up, I have these compression sleeves that you can see here laid out so nicely on the table. This is the kind that you get a prescription for from your doctor. It's really not that attractive, as you can clearly see, but it does the trick, and this is something you have to get fitted for from a certified specialist, because depending on how swollen your arm is and size and all of that good stuff. This one is ugly, no offense. This one is super cool. I don't know if you can see it, ladies, but it actually looks like a tattoo. I'll demonstrate. I'll put it on. And I know I'm not doing it really the right way, so save your comments. Okay. So if you were like looking at me from far away, it kind of looks like I just have tattoos all over my arm. Can you see? Which I think is pretty badass. Because I'm not brave enough to actually get a tattoo. And then the last one, and actually my favorite, is this sleeve that is quite chic, actually. And it goes on, I'll demonstrate, it goes on this arm, and then it slides over your back, kind of like a shrug, if you will. And you put it on under your clothes, but we're not going to go there today. And so, and you can So you wear it like this, and so you don't have that really thick elastic band that cuts into your arm. That after if it's on like a long, a long airplane flight, that cuts into your arm after a while, and it's really uncomfortable. So this is very comfortable, and I think looks pretty stylish. So this is what I do for relief. If I were to have to recommend anything from one cancer survivor to another regarding lymphedema and how to maybe get relief or avoid it, and again, these are just things that I have educated myself on from a number of different websites and information sources. Keep it out of the sun. Try not to get nicks or cuts. If you're a gardener, if you like to be outside a lot, always wear gloves on your hands, and wear your sleeve. I know it's a total pain in the neck and it gets really hot and uncomfortable, but just wear it. And that's why I think, for me as a young person who likes to consider herself kind of stylish, maybe some of the cooler ones like this black one here, and definitely the one with the tattoo. It helps to make a medical device look a little bit better, and hey, we all want to look a little bit better every now and then, so that's my advice.